here. Why is this here? Okay, not sure why that's there, but hola clase. Por fin llegamos al final del capítulo 10. Vamos a repasar. Comencemos. Okay, this is really not going to go away, huh? Let's see. No? No? Okay, well, let's see how I can remove that. Maybe I can close that window. All right, then. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we will start by reviewing the present perfect tense. All right, so to form the present perfect tense, you have to use the auxiliary verb haber. And it has to be in the present form. Yo he, tú has, usted, él, ella, ha. Nosotros, nosotras, hemos. Vosotros, vosotras habéis. Ustedes, ellos, ellas, han. And then you add the past participle of a verb. How do you form the past participle of a verb? Well, for regular verbs, you add ado to the stem of AR verbs, such as hablar. You have hablado as the past participle. Add ido to the stem of ER verbs, such as comer. It will be comido. And IR verbs, like vivir, vivido. What if you have irregular verbs? Can you think of 8 irregular past participles? Why do you think of that? Have you ever thought about the similarities between the present perfect tense in English and in Spanish? You know, they're both almost the same. They both required an auxiliary verb and the past participle of the main verb. And in both languages, they are irregular forms. And why do they exist? Well, native speakers of both languages just recognize the need for irregular forms because regularized ones just did not sound right. And the more you practice the irregular forms, the more they're going to sound right in your head. So just remember that. It'll get easier. All right, did you think of any? Okay, here's a list of some. We have, I'll read the past participles. Leído, traído, creído, reído, puesto, visto, abierto, hecho. Can you think of the infinitive forms of these last 4 verbs? For puesto, it would be poner. That's right. What about hecho? Hacer. Excelente. Abrir for abierto. Okay, let's get to some practice. So this is taken from the example in your book, and it is Ceci writing to her parents about her honeymoon. Please use the present perfect for this. So we have the verb here in parentheses, and you're going to have to turn it into the present perfect tense. So let's start. Remember, pause first, try yourself, and then come and see the answers. Okay, nuestra luna de miel. Our honeymoon ha sido estupenda. Fernando y yo, Fernando and I, so we, right? Nos hemos divertido mucho. That's a reflexive. Nos hemos divertido mucho. Nosotros, again, us, hemos jugado al tenis y también, and so also, hemos nadado. So you can see jugar and nadar are AR verbs, jugado and nadado. Yo En caminar is a regular AR verb. Yo he caminado en la playa mucho. Muy bien. Okay? And then keep practicing all the way until 14 in your book. Let's move on to reciprocal constructions. So these are used to express the idea of each other or one another. Remember, since reciprocal actions always involve two or more people, we only use the plural reflexive pronouns. Se, nos, and os. We will mostly use just se and nos here though. So why is the phrase el uno al otro sometimes added to reciprocal expressions? For clarification. All right? If you really want to just clarify that it is for each other, just to make it clear or obvious that it's not a reflexive phrase, then go for it. But most of the time, depending on the content or context, it will be obvious if it's a reciprocal expression. Okay, in this exercise, you have to form sentences using the elements given, including the reciprocal form of the verbs. Okay, so let's have this little chart here to tell us, which pronouns to use. Ana y Sole. Mandarse. Here we have a reflexive verb of mandar. Textos todo el día. Okay, so we know it's Ana y Sole, ellas. So you have to use this one, right? You can just take it out of there too. Ana y Sole se mandan textos todo el día. Mis padres, they, ellos. Mis padres se besan cada día. How sweet. Mis amigos y yo, my friends and I, so that will be us, right? Nosotros, so you have nos there. Nos vemos, mis amigos y yo nos vemos en la biblioteca. 4. Muchos amigos, many friends, they, right? Ellos. Ayudarse con los problemas. Muchos amigos se ayudan con los problemas. Excelente. And remember, if you feel like you need more, then try to go back to those lessons. All right, adverbial expressions. So, add mente to an adjective to form most Spanish adverbs. So, we have perfecta, frecuente, y paciente. So if you just have to add mente to those adjectives to form Spanish adverbs, then these will be the new adverbs from those. Perfectamente, frecuentemente, pacientemente. Remember, if an adjective ends in O, then change the O to A, then add mente. Correcto. We have correcto, recto, and preciso. All these adjectives end in O. So you know what to do. Get those O's out of the way and put an A and add mente. Correctamente, rectamente, precisamente. And what happens if there's an accent mark in your adjective? Well, the adverb retains it. Easy. Easy, right? Fácil. Easily. Fácilmente. Practiquemos. Cambia los adjetivos a adverbios y escribe el adverbio apropiado para completar la oración. Let's make this big. You don't have to see that. Estela corre una milla en menos de 6 minutos. Estela corre una milla en menos de 6 minutos. Here's your word bank. Corre rápido. That would be right, but they want us to use an adverb, right? So, corre rápido. Corre rápidamente. Nosotros siempre llegamos a clase a tiempo. What does that say? We always get to class in time. Llegamos pacientemente, fácil, alegre, puntual. Punctual. Puntualmente. La clase no es difícil para Horacio. Hace la tarea fácilmente. La profesora es muy paciente. Contesta nuestras preguntas pacientemente. Estoy contento en la clase y me gusta participar. Participo alegremente. So these are pretty fun. And here's some adverbs to express how often something is done. And then use the following adverbs to express the order of events. Primero. So what determines where an adverb is placed in a sentence? Do you recall? Adverbs modifying a verb are generally placed immediately after the verb. Adverbs modifying adjectives or other adverbs are placed directly before them. Muy bien, y ahora, finalmente, con relative pronouns. Okay, relative pronouns. So they are used to join two clauses together. The four main relative pronouns in English are who, whom, that, which. Y en español, ¿cuáles son? Do you know the equivalent words in Spanish for them? Que, quién, y lo que. And what does que refer to? What does quién refer to? Or lo que? Que refers to people and things. Quién refers to only people. And lo que refers to an entire idea. So how do you distinguish between the use of que and quién if they can both refer to people? Well, you use quién only when referring to people, and when it's preceded, so that means before it, there's a preposition or comma. Aquí hay ejemplos. Mi mamá, comma, quien sabe cocinar muy bien, comma, me regaló su libro de recetas. Es el hombre con quien yo bailaba. Here we have the preposition con before quien, right? So that is how you know when to use quién or qué. Practiquemos. So remember to pause and try it yourself before seeing the answers. Conozco un lugar. Es perfecto para nuestro viaje. So, it says, I know a place that is perfect for our trip. Que es perfecto para nuestro viaje. Mi amigo, Carlos, there's a comma and then con, a preposition, and we are talking about a person, so you already know there are two clues here to tell you which one to choose. Now the question is it the one with a accent mark or without it? Remember, the one with accents are for questions or exclamations. Número 3. Este viaje es algo. You know it's not going to be quién because they're not talking about a person. They're talking about el viaje. Este viaje es algo que no quiero perder. Más me gusta del lugar es la tranquilidad. All right. Lo que más me gusta del lugar es la tranquilidad. Ramón es la persona, Ramón is the person, a quien le recomendé el lugar el año pasado. Le gustó mucho. 6. La persona, the person, con quien hablaba mi amigo Raúl. Eso es todo para relative pronouns. Remember, if you feel like you need to go back and review more of these, you can always go back and listen to these lessons.